Hi everyone. When the lockdown began, many people moved to remote working. And as teachers, we were no exception. As everyone knows, we started using platforms like Google Meet, like Zoom, and many other applications. The problem that a lot of people faced was the increasing number of meeting applications or meeting platforms. In this video, I'm going to talk about what problems we as teachers had and still have when using these platforms, and what advice I can give to help reduce the problems when using these platforms. First things first. Before I start with the video, I want to mention that I'm going to talk only about the meeting platforms for us as teachers. I'm not going to discuss the cons and pros of these meeting platforms or applications when used in other businesses. Only about teachers and how we use them and what problems we have. As teachers, the first question is, what should a meeting application have for us to use it and to make the learning process as similar as possible to the classroom? First thing, the application should allow us to use a whiteboard, to allow the students to have some activities together, like pair work or group work in online applications or in meeting application that is breakout rooms, and the possibility to listen to some audios and watch some videos. A lot of applications have these features, or most of these features. The problem, as I said, is that there are too many applications. Let's remember that when the lockdown began, or the lockdown period, was a huge market for developers to develop and work on their own meeting applications or online platforms. And for us as teachers, we all know that most of us, almost 90% of us, work as freelancers, which means we work for several companies, for several schools. The thing is that as a developer, advertising my application in Facebook ads or YouTube wouldn't bring a lot of benefits. So the best way is to have some kind of partnership with some schools or some companies to use my application. So it's a win-win relationship. The school uses an application for, let's say, almost for free, sometimes for low cost, and the developer advertises their application with many other companies or many other students. In terms of business, this is what we call good investment. It's a good investment. But when it comes to teachers, the situation isn't that easy. Let's remember that a lot of people since the lockdown started using certain applications, and some of them even before the lockdown. And they are already used to using this application or that application. So to tell them that you should learn how to use a new platform or a new application, you should learn what features it has and how to use these features, I don't think it's going to be any fruitful, because the other problem is a lot of teachers and also students, young or old, they believed and they still believe that online learning isn't as good as offline learning, or the lesson in the classroom is much more beneficial than the online lesson. And so I'm sure that many of us have met some teachers or some students during the lockdown who were waiting for any chance to go back to the classroom, because from the very beginning they had no belief or no trust in any online learning or teaching. And so to come to them and to tell them, this is okay, this is a new school with a new application, that is a new school with another application. You have to learn how to use them, you have to learn all the features. So I think it's a kind of problematic here. Let's not forget that sometimes many features are unnecessary. And I recall a situation when several years ago when I tried to register in one online school, and I had to go through a tutorial. That tutorial contained a lot of videos, but I remember there were 7 videos, 10 minutes each, just to learn or just to be introduced to the platform. Just to be introduced, not how to use the platform or not how to use the application. No. It was just an introduction to the platform. So I would spend more than 1 hour just to be introduced to the platform. And of course I didn't finish the tutorial for the introduction, because I knew that if I spent more than 1 hour for the platform, I would spend maybe several days to learn or to get acquainted or to get familiar with how each feature worked in the platform. The question is why? Why to make it so complicated? What I need from any application is for the students to hear me, see me, to be able to have some kind of whiteboard for the grammar and to write any necessary information, and an opportunity to allow the students to work together. And that's it. Why to make it so difficult? Why to make it so complicated? As teachers, our job is to make difficult things or complicated things simple or easy. But the thing is here that they are trying to do everything so complicated, and they are making it so complicated. They think that by adding new features and more features, the learning process will be much easier. Actually, I believe it's the opposite, because for us teachers, it's not as, it's becoming more and more complicated. So we have to educate ourselves first, which would take several hours, sometimes several days or weeks, and then you'll have no appetite to work anymore with this platform or with this application. Every application, almost every application today, almost every chat application today has the share screen feature. I'm talking about Telegram, I'm talking about Viber, I'm talking about Skype, many others. If you don't want to use, for example, Google Meet or Zoom, they are known and very popular applications. A lot of people use them. Okay, use them. You can sometimes you need a premium account to have all the features. If you are a free user, you can have limited features. But in any case, as a school, if you're a school or a company, okay, you are going to spend some pennies to just have premium user. But okay, for those individuals like me, like most of you watching, we can use any chat application, or let's say 90% of chat applications. We can share the screen whenever we want a whiteboard. And now I'm going just to show you 2 ways of using a whiteboard if you don't have a Zoom account or you don't have Google Meet account. I'm going to show one application which is available in Windows 11, and if it's not, if you don't have Windows 11, I'm also going to show you how or if there is any other way of using another application. So I'm going now to show you one way, which as I said, it's Windows 11 whiteboard. So I'm going to show the video. I'll be talking. So we can start new one, and you can get here. You can see that you have some charts, you have some sticky notes, you can have some games. You can also have some games, project planning, and anything you want, with colors, with everything you need. And then when we go inside, we have the pencils, we have the pens, we can choose the color, we can use eraser, ruler, high marker, everything we need, everything is here. You can use some reactions, you can use sticky notes, you can type, you can use shapes. I mean, you can use everything. Everything is available in this simple application. Now, what if we don't have Windows 11? Not everyone has Windows 11. It's easy. We can use the Paint. The normal Paint application, which is available on every Windows, starting from Windows 95. Yeah, it doesn't have sticky notes, it doesn't have charts, but it has most of the features that Whiteboard has in Windows 11, or the Whiteboard also in Windows, in Zoom, or the Whiteboard provided by Google Meet. In other words, with the technology which we have today, we are never out of let's say resourceful ideas or good ideas. We can use any material or any application at our disposal. Again, you have, or as a school or as a company, you have several well-known applications. Use them. Again, I'm talking about teaching. I know that in other businesses like IT, like economy, you might need some extra features. Okay, fine, no problem. But as teachers, our needs are numbered, are limited. Any simple application can have them. Any simple application can provide them. We don't need to make it extra complicated. So there are some applications that say that, oh, this is the best in this part of the world, this is the best in that part of the world, this is faster, this is the more colorful. Okay, good, but why do I need it? Hello, good morning, I'm a teacher. I teach English or Spanish or German or any other language. I'm not an IT specialist. I don't need it for any other purposes but teaching purposes. So your features are not needed. Let's say 90% of your features are not needed. So that's what I want to say today. These were the ideas and the piece of advice I wanted to share in my video. If you have any ideas to share, if you have any experience to share, please share your ideas, share your stories, share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching, and see you later.